This is a disclaimer for this video specifically. If you are sensitive to the topic of pedophilia, then I suggest closing this video. I would also like to mention for everyone watching this video to not harass the people mentioned here, as it will do nothing but cause more problems.
Do you like Sonic the Hedgehog? What about Sonic but bloody? No? Then I'm sorry I blessed your eyes with this. The creator of Sonic.EXE, Jc the Hyena, would later post this as a creepypasta on August 9th, 2011, and it would go on to be a very classic creepypasta. Though I didn't say that this would be good. No, seriously, it's really bad. There was cliches, there was quote-unquote realism, and the creator was a pedophile. Wait, what? We'll get into that later, spoilers. But for now, I want to review the creepypasta itself, then talk about how the community has thrived around this bloody blue gumdrop. We'll get into the frosting of the cupcake last, trust me. Without further ado, let's get into this mess of a Reddit mod's bedroom.
I'm a total Sonic the Hedgehog fan, much like everyone else. I like the newer games, but I don't mind playing the classics. I don't think I've played any glitchy or hacked games before, though I don't think I want to play any after the experience I had.
Okay, somewhat of a good start. We have Tom, our protagonist, and he enjoys the classic Sonic games. Not really much to comment here.
It started on a nice summer afternoon. I was playing Sonic Unleashed. I like how you get to explore the towns in it.
Cool, I don't care. How is your opinion on Sonic Unleashed related to this? This is just irrelevant information when your main point is about a demonic hedgehog. It's like the author talking about Jason Voorhees, and then all of a sudden he starts talking about Freddy Fazbear twerking at the edge of his room.
The mailman had arrived and put something in my mailbox as usual and left. I paused my game to go see what I got in the mail. The one thing in the mailbox was a CD for computers and a note. I took it inside.
Okay, let's see what the letter says.
Tom, I can't take it anymore. I had to get rid of this thing somehow before it was too late, and I was hoping you'd do it for me. I can't do it. He's after me, and if you don't destroy this CD, he'll come after you too. He's too fast for me. Please, Tom. Destroy this godforsaken disc before he comes after you too. It's too late for me. Destroy the disc, and you'll destroy him. But do it quick, otherwise he'll catch you. Don't even play the game. It's what he wants. Just destroy it. Please. Kyle.
You're gonna burn the disc, right, Tom? You're gonna burn the disc, right, Tom?
I went up to my room and turned on my computer and put the disc in and installed the game.
You're a fucking idiot. This needs to stop. Now.
Also, I hate to be a dick when it comes to grammar because I'm one to talk, but didn't your English teacher tell you to not use 3 f***ing ands in a sentence? I told you at the beginning of this video that this creepypasta has all sorts of grammar errors.
The first thing I noticed that was out of place when I pressed start, there was a split second when I saw the title image turn into something much different. Something that I now consider horrifying before cutting to black. I remember what the image looked like in that split second before the game cut to black. The sky had darkened, the title emblem was rusted and ruined. The Sega 1991 was now Sega 666, and the water had turned red like blood.
How in the absolute blue balls did Tom get so much description in a split second? The best you could get is maybe the environment changing to red, and that's it. The next paragraph even describes Sonic.exe, which just proves my point even more. Unless Tom is an FBI agent, I don't think this is realistic.
After it cut to black, it stayed like that for about 10 seconds or so. And then another weird thing happened. The save file select from Sonic the Hedgehog 3 popped up. And I was like, what the f***? What's this doing in the first Sonic game?
What kind of description is 10 seconds? Did Tom have a stopwatch on them? Also, putting WTF in a creepypasta does not bode well like a text message.
Yeah, it definitely looked hacked. It was really creepy, but as a smart gamer, I wasn't scared. Or at least I tried not to be. I told myself that this was just a hacked game and there was nothing wrong with that.
Putting aside the word smart gamer is being used in a supposed horror story, it could have just been said that Tom pressed start. It's better if you try to describe the fear of Tom throughout the story than saying, hey, look at me, I'm having the balls to play a satanic game. Call me the new J Station. Alright, well, let's see what this paragraph says here. Anyways, shaking off the creeped out feeling, I picked file 1 and chose Tails, and when I selected and got started, the game froze for about 5 seconds. This creepypasta's cliche, and I heard a creepy pixelated laugh, and that laugh sounded an awful like that Kefka guy from Final Fantasy before Kinda Black. Kefka guy? What the hell was in that Sonic Curry?
Anyway, I started playing and had Tails start running like you would in any of the classic Sonic games. What was odd was that as Tails was running along the level, there was nothing but flat ground and a few trees for 5 minutes. That was when the peaceful music started to lower down into the deep tones, very slowly as I kept going.
5 minutes? I would have probably called it a bad ROM hack. Just close the game and, I don't know, throw my computer out the window or something. Tom is straight up the most patient person on earth.
I suddenly saw something and I stopped to see what it was. It was one of the small animals lying dead on the ground bleeding. That was when the music started to slow down.
You didn't have to put that in parentheses. This sounds like it could have been its own sentence.
Tails looked as though he was scared out of his wits this time. He actually looked at me and made frantic gestures to me, as if he wanted to get out of the area he was in as fast as possible. I was starting to get freaked out by this. I mean, Tails was actually breaking the fourth wall, trying to tell me to get him out of there. So I pressed down on the arrow key as hard as I could to make him run as fast as he could. A pixelated version of that creepy theme when you meet Shadow at the Ark as Robotnik from Sonic Adventure 2 was playing as I made Tails trek through the desolate forest, trying to help him escape from whether he was trying to run.
Okay. I can't continue voice acting throughout this creepypasta because honestly, I'm starting to stutter a lot just by doing that. I know the title screen had Earthbound OST, which I skipped, but this is where it gets absolutely ridiculous. I would like to imagine that just in case there was ever a game about this, which happened, JC would hopefully make development more easier instead of custom music. No offense to Crimson though, they were just following by the creepypasta. Spoiler alert, Tails dies. This is where I'm gonna end the reading of the creepypasta. Mainly because I'm gonna end up repeating myself all throughout it. But if you want a general consensus, Knuckles and Eggman die next, and most likely Tom too. There's also a sequel that exists, and I'll get into it if, let's say, let's get greedy here and say 10k views. I know it sounds impossible, but trust me, if we get that high of a number, I'll get the motivation to do it real quick. Now for how this creepypasta went out. When this story was published, it was later moved to a website where creepypastas were intended to be bad called Trollpastas. JC was not pleased with this and made a whole villain monologue on DeviantArt of all things. He was telling his fans of Sonic.exe to try and make this character more popular than ever. This failed at first, but around this era when Sonic.exe was published, a game developer, MY5T Crimson, published the Sonic.exe game. Soon enough, it came with other fan games, and it made the EXE genre. There were even Sonic.EXE fan games that had people's version of Sonic.EXE. Heck, I even voiced in one. It was in a game called Sally.exe Discovery made by Devi. Here, check it out.
How is the process going? Sorry to bother you, but you are going to have a meeting with me now.
Not exactly an Oscar-winning performance. Plus, I was young back then. But just by going a few more years later, a Friday Night Funkin' mod was created and exploded in popularity. If you don't know what Friday Night Funkin' is, it's a rhythm open source game that was made by Ninja Muffin 99 and Phantom Arcade. When everyone discovered that this game was open source, there were a crap ton of mods for this game. Literally name any piece of media and there's probably a Friday Night Funkin' mod of it. Heck, there could even be original creations. Of course, Sonic.exe was no exception to this. Granted, I never played Friday Night Funkin' because I personally suck at rhythm games, but it got a lot of people playing this game for its amount of mods and its own original campaign. This mod was created by Riperst Ultra, including his team, and this mod was trending everywhere on the internet. And because Friday Night Funkin's child audience was there, they eventually got exposed to Sonic.exe. So, Jc the Hyena got what he wished. The team that made the Sonic.exe mod would later get into their own controversy, but we're not going to get into that. Instead, the controversy we're going to get into is Jc the Hyena's. I just want to let everyone know that these sources come from a YouTuber named Luigi Kid Gaming, who made 2 videos about the situation. Both of these sources will be linked in the description below. Shannon Love, JC's ex-girlfriend, made a tweet with screenshots of JC doing ERPs with a minor that was 14 years old, as well as severing ties with him. Shannon would later contact Luigi Kid to let him know about what was going on and gave him permission to make the video of what I am talking about right now. She would also state that she now owns Sonic.exe after the breakup. Later on, JC would contact Luigi Kid as well and admit to the allegations. He says that he stopped RPing and regrets doing these actions. He also says that he didn't mean to hurt anyone. I will leave the audience to judge this for themselves. I am not a drama YouTuber or a commentator or whatever you want to call it. What I will say though is that I hope nothing but the best for everyone going forward since they all had to deal with this. Even if this situation happened in 2021, it can still be a difficult process to recover. I know I stated at the beginning of the video to not harass anyone, but I'm going to give another warning here just so I can get my message across. So don't harass anyone mentioned in this video. I don't personally know anyone that I mentioned in this video, but it's the least of what I could say. Even after the whole controversy with Jc the Hyena, the community still thrives. Dare I say, the community is probably the most fascinating part of Sonic.exe. There are a lot of creations out there that involve this demonic hedgehog, whether they are remakes of the original creepypasta or straight up their own version of Sonic.exe. In a way, you could make your own Sonic.exe and go absolutely wild with it. I'll make a video someday of someone's creation of Sonic Horror someday, or it could even be tomorrow. Only one way to find out if you subscribe and turn notifications on. As a person that used to be engaged with the Sonic.exe community, it was certainly nostalgic looking through these creations, especially my voice acting. Even if the creepypasta was really bad in its writing, it goes to show that people are passionate about the concept of Sonic.exe. For now though, I'm OP Silver, signing off.
I deeply regret to inform you all that I received some bad news. The admins of the Creepypasta Wiki have finally decided to delete Sonic.exe off the wiki on the grounds that it was badly written and had too many cliches and was a bad example of what should be a creepypasta. Bull freaking horseshit! As you can see, I am furious with the fact that my masterpiece, which has won the hearts of millions and has massive impact on the internet, is being brought down by a bunch of jealous, arrogant, I can't say that word, furry haters. But that does not mean I'm going to sit down and take this lightly. No, nope, nope. They have been missing with the wool, and now they're called out the horns. Listen, everyone, I need you to help with this. We are at war here. I want every Sonic.EXE fan who is reading this to get the word out. I want you to tell other Sonic.EXE fans out there, every fanfic, every artist, every follower of my creation about this. Tell your friends who are also the fans of Sonic.EXE. If they have to tell them. We have to keep the spirit of Sonic.EXE alive. Make some fan art, make videos, block haters, praise Sonic.EXE like you never have before. Build websites dedicated to greatness. Whoever you are, whoever you gotta do, whatever you gotta do. You gotta keep him alive and strong. Just do it! The definition of Sonic.EXE from the wiki is but a minor cut on our flower of greatness, my friends. And that cut has done nothing but furthering the spread. And we are the pollen of this flower. We need to prepare for our victory over the haters. Hate the haters need to bleed for their crimes. Rejoice, my fellow Sonic.EXE fans. Our glorious little hellspawn shall have the laugh. Yet this will be his ultimate victory. The absolute subjugation of the internet itself